Right now. Oh, and we're live. Yay. Thank you for that. Thank you for pressing the button while I'm talking about needing to be sharper
You're
with
very welcome. I
Mm.
have to press the button at some point, because we have to get started at some point. And if you just so happen to be talking, then everyone gets to enjoy that.
So be it. Hey, at least I'm not singing that song that I sang 2 years ago when we went live.
We don't want to remind people of that traumatic moment. But listen, here, once again, we're here on a Wednesday, which is kind of uncharacteristic for us, but there is a reason. Everything has a purpose. There's always a method to the madness, Jen.
Turn.
First, though, before we begin, while we're waiting for people to kind of join us,
Sure.
the hair looks fabulous.
I know. Isn't it amazing? Credits to Nubia at Utopia Salon in Westfield.
Just to be clear, I didn't really want to talk about your hair.
Well, I can.
I just wanted to make that comment.
Thank you very much.
Because I know how important that is. But let's talk about what we're here to talk about, okay? And we're going to call this Wednesday Wisdom.
Oh, Lord.
We've never been here before. We're going to drop some wisdom on people today.
Lay it on me.
I think it's important. Listen, we've talked about it. We have a theme. We have something that matters to us. We're pushing people to have 23 be the year that they lose weight, that they keep it off. It's a very simple theme. Lose the weight and keep it off. And everything we're doing is to support that.
That makes sense.
Now, I can tell you something. I have been doing this weight loss game for years now, for about 10 years. I've published articles. I've been on podcasts. I've been thanked by hundreds of people.
Okay.
And in all that time, I've learned that there's only 3 problems with weight loss. There's only 3 issues with weight loss. You know what they are?
What are those 3 issues? You tell me.
Okay. Starting, right? Finishing, and then the middle.
What's the middle?
Doing it.
Oh, doing it.
Yeah. Starting, finishing, and the middle. Those are the only 3 issues.
Okay.
If we can address those things, then we can really help people.
Yeah. So I think we do address those things, but we can't get people. We can't make them start.
We can't. Only right, a person can do that, but we could support them. And we're actually supporting them with something that we've never done before. We talked about this. You know about this. I don't know the people listening if they know about this. We call it the 10-day launch. The idea is it's a kick in the pants.
Yeah.
How many people have you spoken to who have trouble getting started?
Oh, my God. Do not. We should pull Trisha in for this one because Trisha's the keeper of the schedule. And she's the one who lets me know when people have to be moved because they haven't started. And it's like, just start.
That is the initial challenge, right? People are reluctant to start. They know they have to do something, but they're often reluctant to start. It seems like a big commitment, and making a change can be kind of traumatic for people until they actually do it, until they start and get going.
Until they do. So it's funny, quick little personal story. I had looked into doing this program a year before I actually started. And I looked online and I couldn't find anything detail-wise because I'm a detail person. I'm like what's known in the world as a pro buyer. Give me the details, give me the bottom line, and I'll make my decision on that. And I'm quick. It's like, boom, make the decision and go. But it took me a year. And then a friend did it and I jumped in. And I was like, why did I wait a whole year? I could have been 60 pounds lighter a year ago. But, to bring it full circle to the 10-day launch, which is really cool. It's like a 10-day program, right? You get to try it out. I did that when my friend started. I tracked along with her without starting my program.
Yeah, you did your own bastardized program just to kind of get used to the mechanics of it. And that's not necessarily recommended, but that was your process.
No, but had you had the 10-day launch, I probably would have bought that in addition to the program.
Right.
So that's
exactly. Here is what we're trying to help people with is since getting started is such a problem. And now we're talking about getting restarted because people are suffering from FRS, failed resolution syndrome. Yeah. So people need to get restarted now. That's why we're offering this 10-day launch, because there are no barriers to entry. It's
Yeah.
very inexpensive. It's only $299. It is a 10-day detox. It's essentially a
It's good to
pared
know.
down version of our main program.
Mhm.
And our main program, just so everyone knows, one of the studies that was done on it, the prospective study where they followed like 1,500 people. I don't know the exact numbers, don't quote me, but we have this study available.
Yeah,
The average weight loss was 26 pounds in 40 days.
it's unbelievable. And it's healthy weight loss. It's not just like lose the weight and lose water and whatever. It's actually healthy. It's a
Well,
healthy.
the approach is a holistic approach, right? Where we view the body as, if you want to lose weight properly, if you want to lose fat, then that's a side effect of getting healthier. So we're trying to build health from the foundation up. And I'd like to talk about that if you'll indulge me.
I will. Let me have my own indulgence. Thank you.
Okay. Without getting too nerdy, people ask sometimes, well, what is it about this? Right? They think it's magic, right?
It's not.
Well, it feels like magic, but it's actually science.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
We've talked about this before. There's this switch in the body. It has a very fancy name. We'll call it AMPK, right? That's all you have to know. Otherwise, it's a lot of big words, right?
Pac-Man. No, do
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
When we turn I don't know what that is exactly, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to not only help people flip that switch, but to manage it as well. So to get into a great fat burning state. And we use various supplements to do that. So this is what people get on the 10-day launch. First of all, there's our terrific weight loss formula.
One.
Now, this has thermogenic properties. Jen, what is a thermogenic property?
So thermogenics basically means that it heats the herbs or the supplements that are in there, heat your core body temperature. So anything that is thermo refers to heat.
Yeah, so it assists the metabolism. It assists with fat burning. It also assists actually with blood sugar control. So it's really awesome.
It is awesome.
That's one thing. Another thing we have is Mineral Most. Mineral Most, the purpose is it assists with detox. Why does detox matter so much?
Are you asking me or are you just
Yeah, no, I'm asking. It's not a rhetorical.
So because your body can't function with all that with all those gunky toxins in it. So, we want to move fat out, and stored in the fat are all these like yuck toxins, right? Not an orange. Orange is not toxic. This is organic also. So when the fat moves out, the toxins move out. And, if you think of a toxic environment, like a dirty fish tank, the fish isn't going to thrive, right? So we want to clean out the body. We want to clean out the toxins from the body, from the cells.
Right. The body's not stupid. It wants to keep the toxins from the bloodstream, so it walls them off in fat. Now, when we detox you, now there's not an incentive anymore for the body to want to hold on to the fat. It wants to let it go.
Right, exactly.
So super important that as well. Third, we have Hydrovitalize.
Nice.
What does that mean, Hydrovitalize?
So hydro meaning water, right? And vitalizes you. So the word vital comes from life, from being necessary and essential. So, if you have a plant and you're not watering it, you could see very easily what happens to the plant. It kind of wilts and dies. So think of that for your body. If your cells aren't hydrated, sip up more coffee. Your cells aren't hydrated, then your cells are going to not function properly. So
100%.
therefore, we revitalize with Hydrovitalize.
It's vital for hydration, and there's so much misunderstanding about hydration. Yeah. The definition of hydration is the movement of water and nutrients into the cell. It has nothing to do actually with how much you drink.
Right. Yeah.
Right. We have to get the water and we have to get the nutrients into the cell. This is able to do that.
Correct.
So it's an awesome supplement, super important. And I cannot emphasize enough how important it is. If you want to be healthy, if you want to have a good metabolism, you have to be hydrated, period.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And
then we have hydromolecular.
Yeah, super important too.
This is very interesting. Hydromolecular is an antioxidant, Jen.
I know. I was going to say that. Oh my God, it's an antioxidant. Thank you for telling me. I didn't know that.
This is really cool. There are a ton of studies done on molecular hydrogen,
Yeah.
And if you look at the studies, it's almost like it, it wakes up the dead. It doesn't literally, people, but it's almost like it does. And let me just explain a couple of things about this. There's a lot of misunderstanding about what antioxidants do. It's one of those words everyone's heard, and yet nobody's really sure what it means.
Right.
There is a process in the body called oxidation, which is very much like rust.
Right.
This fixes that. It gets rid of the rust.
Antioxidants.
Oxidants. That's right. It fixes the oxidation in a very cool way, because what it does is it takes the bad guys and it chemically enables it to turn into water, to convert bad stuff into good stuff, into water.
Hey, we have alchemy in a bottle. Look at that.
It's kind of like alchemy, right?
Yes.
I like that.
Oh.
Self-alchemists.
What was that?
Can we say we specialize in weight loss alchemy?
I like that. That's a new buzzword, a new catchphrase. I think you better patent that, trademark that. And
there's got to be a way to combine those words. It can't be weight chemy. No, alkalos.
Ooh.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think. I think it's just like magic.
Well, we have to find something, okay? But getting back on track, this is what people get. It's not the only thing they get, but these are the supplements that are part of this 10-day launch. So in 10 days, by the way, in 40 days, 26 pounds were lost. So there wasn't a 10-day studied,
right?
But the more weight is always lost at the beginning. So it's a realistic expectation. This is not a program that we have a guarantee for, like we do for our 40-day program, for example. But it's realistic to expect, depending on your size, between 5 and 15 pounds of weight loss. I feel confident in saying that.
Could be, yeah. I mean, and it shouldn't be water, so it should be healthy weight loss. It should be fat burning. I mean, in 10 days, you get to see the magic start to work. So it's kind of a mindset, like a game changer for your mindset, because you get in the groove.
I'm so glad you hit on that also, because the problem mentally is that, people are always in this, will it work? Will it not work? I mean, you could question yourself for years.
Right.
And there's no time for that. Like, you jump in, you see that it could work. And if God forbid it didn't, right? That's everyone's fear. What if it doesn't work? Well, okay, fine. So first of all, you're not out much. It doesn't take much to do 10 days on a program, and it's very inexpensive.
Yep. What is that? But what if I fall? Oh, but my dear, but what if you fly?
But what if you fly? Yes.
This is the flying.
That's a question that I'd like people to ask themselves, because everyone asks themselves, what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it works?
It does.
What then? One of these days, something is going to work, right? But of course, life takes a little bit of daring sometimes. Sometimes you have to fall forward and just expect that your feet will catch up. So we are doing whatever we can to help people get started, because like I said, only 3 problems: getting started, finishing, which in this context means maintenance,
right,
and then the middle of it. So before you can maintain your weight loss, which is everyone's dream scenario, right, you have to lose it in the first place.
Agreed. So yeah, it's funny, we hit on all the same points. I didn't even know what we were talking about when we came in here. You're like, oh, live, let's do it live. And I go, okay, right. Coffee up, no problem.
Wednesday wisdom.
But Wednesday wisdom. And then you kind of had that mind meld thing going on. So it's really important. People don't realize, you said it's like a little bit of a leap of faith, right? So they fall backwards, but we're here to catch them. That's what our job is, really. Our job is to kind of let the faith that they have, but they're questioning, faith in their own bodies and what they can do. And we're here for support. And the 10-day launch is pretty cool. I'm jazzed about it because, like I said, you said it, I did my own bastardized version of it. It's intuitive. Like, you want to try it before you buy it. Amazon has the try it before you buy it thing. That's kind of what we have going on here.
That's the idea.
But you know what? It's the first, I'm going to say the first 10 to 14 days are where, like, the clients who are new to us go, oh my God. Like, that's the first weigh-in when they come back in, is when they realize it's really doable, because we tell them all these things. You're going to lose weight. You're going to burn fat. You're going to feel better. Like, you're going to have, we don't make health claims. We're going to have all sorts of things change in your body. And it's hard to believe because they've been let down so many times by
Right.
so many different people. And it may not even have anything to do with weight loss. It just means, there's a little trust factor. So I tell them, I wish I could give you a time machine and bring you back to this moment or fast forward
Right.
you. And then it always happens. They're like, I didn't really think it was going to be this big of a deal. And it is.
Listen, people have to win.
Yeah.
Right? Because if people winning builds upon itself. So if you win, you confirm to yourself the good things that you're supposed to believe, right? You're capable. And if you lose, then that's when you confirm to yourself all the bad things, right?
Sure.
This
Sure.
always happens to me. Right? Everyone thinks that the
Oh
bad
my
things only happen to them. But you have to win. And that means that you have to start. And like I said, we're doing what we can to help people with that. I don't want to belabor the point too much. I want to get going. We do have to get back to work. This is work.
So I'm sending out a whole bunch of texts to everybody that I could think of, not just, current clients that are on the program and we support through texting, but also people who are interested or might be interested in the 10-day launch. So I'm sending it to them.
Awesome.
It is, details. It's one program per person. If you haven't been on program.
Yeah. Restrictions apply. One per person, right? You can't be hoarding this.
No. So you can purchase one, but your friends, if they want to start and they're kind of questioning about whether the program is for them, even though they might have seen you do really well, you can send in or bring in 5, 10, however many friends you want to at the price, the intro price, and they can purchase also.
Nobody has 10 friends since the pandemic. If you had 10 friends, you're down to 2. That's how it works.
Oh, Lord. Well, it did pare down the extraneous nonsense, right? So people kind of put an emphasis on what's important. I feel like I gained people because I was on Facebook a lot and we were doing lives. So I feel like I gained like a crazy virtual following.
Hey, listen, people have just joined us. I want you to know we're going to be ending off soon, but this is Wednesday Wisdom. We were talking about the issues of getting started with weight loss, which can be really difficult. People right now are at the phase where they're getting restarted because of the failed resolution syndrome. So we're trying to help people with that to get started by creating this program called the 10-day launch. People are actually calling in now.
The phones are like blowing up. It's crazy.
Maybe we should just stay on. But it's called the 10-day launch because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to launch you to a new place.
Right.
And we have everything that you need to assist you. We're here for you. And that's what you need to know, because if you feel that you lack a little strength, you can borrow ours until you get back on your feet, until you're encouraged again that you can do it.
Right. That's like my weight room mantra. Like, I'm here to support you and be your strength until I can give the strength back to you, because
there you go.
You can do it. The other thing is, people are always saying, "Oh, I hope this works." And I say to them, stop saying that. Just do it.
Hope is a ship that sails.
Hope is amazing. Like, I think hope for the future, it gives us, our dreams and our hopes propel us forward. But on program, there's no hoping, there's just doing. And that's what's really amazing about it.
There was a famous quote. Someone once said, if you will it, it is not a dream, right? So hope in and of itself, yes, we would die without hope. We would wither and die. But hope needs some intensity and it needs some push and some action.
Just do it.
That's right. Now, let me hang up on that note, because you're breaking copyright laws.
I didn't mean that.
Intellectual property is owned by Nike, and they have a lot of lawyers.
Right?
Okay?
Yeah.
People keep calling. So
get to it.
Can I hang up?
How's that? Hang up.
All right. Later.
Bye.